So have you ever come across something that felt like a total gimmick, but then when you tried it, you're actually blown away by it? And you're like, damn, I think the hype was actually real. That's how I feel about rebounding. So I'm gonna tell you about the story of how rebounding came into my life. And then I'm gonna share with you the scientifically proven benefits to rebounding and what's unique about this specific exercise. And I'll also link all the studies down below in the description, even one from NASA that claims that rebounding is the most beneficial exercise that they could give to their astronauts. And finally, my experience rebounding now for 2 months consistently and why I'm never gonna stop bouncing. So I first came across rebounding from Tony Robbins. I saw that he was using it before he got on stage, after he got on stage, and first thing in the morning. So about 6 years ago, I went onto Amazon. I bought myself one of those cheap rebounders and I said, I'm gonna make this a habit. I'm gonna start bouncing. This was a huge letdown. Every time I bounced, I could feel my spine like crunching. It really hurt my joints. And I really wanted to like rebounding because that's what Tony did. And I did my very best to get into state Tony style. And I was always just radically disappointed. And I ended up not really using it much at all. And then one of my, let's just say, nutritionally undisciplined friends broke my rebounder and snapped some of the bungees. So I entered a period of time of early retirement when it comes to rebounding. And I just put that away as one of those things that I thought was really cool, but it really didn't live up to the hype. Fast forward to a few months ago and YouTube served me a video about rebounding. And I had already known a little bit and I was really curious what this person had to say. In this video, this woman made such a good case for why you should rebound and she enrolled me. So I decided to reach out to all the top brands in the rebounding space and ask them to send me one of their rebounders so I could make a comparison video so I could literally find the best rebounder in the marketplace. And once I felt what it was like to bounce on a legit rebounder, that's when everything changed. The one I ended up liking was the Bellicon. And if you want to go watch the review after this video, I'll put it right up here or down in the description for you to go watch after this. So it's safe to say that I'm pretty hooked now. So let's talk about how this actually works and what are the benefits. So when you bounce, all 638 muscles flex, which means that all those muscles are toning and exercising. And when you're up in the air, all those muscles relax, which results in total cellular openness, which is a naturally occurring whole body reflex. So when you're rebounding, it does this over and over and over. When your body's cells are completely relaxed, they're filling with tons of oxygen, which is the cellular energy and fuel we all crave. And the main reason why I wanted to get a rebounder is so that I had something to do in between calls or after a long work block that could increase my energy as I was starting to hit a wall. And one of the first things that you'll notice when you start rebounding is a noticeable lift in your energy because of improved circulation and oxygenation. As the circulation is enhanced, it delivers that oxygen and nutrients directly into the cell in a much more effective and efficient way. This helps the body work better and therefore boosts the energy levels quickly. And because this is a mostly cardio-based exercise, you're gonna get a boost in your metabolism, which is gonna increase that energy, and it's gonna help stabilize that blood sugar, which is also gonna help with your energy. The other highly cited benefit that is one of the most important in my opinion is the detoxification effect. So when you bounce, you're stimulating the lymphatic system, which is like the waste or sewage system in your body that helps get rid of toxins. And unlike the circulatory system, the lymphatic system does not have a pump. So the only way that you can properly detox is by stimulating that lymphatic system through movement. And this type of bounce moves the lymph really, really effectively. And rebounding has actually been used as a great therapy for people who have issues like lymphedema. And I've gone really deep into detoxing my body and also my environment. And me and my team have spent thousands of hours compiling a database of healthy, non-toxic products. So if you're interested in that as well, I'll put a link down below where you can download this database. It's totally free. We vetted hundreds of products to make sure that you can find exactly what you're looking for. Another really underrated benefit of rebounding that I've been experiencing a lot of is the mental health aspects of it. Because as an example, earlier today, I was having some anxiety around some stuff that's happening in my life. I wasn't really in a good state to shoot this video. Then I was like, wait, I'll just bounce, put in my headphones, crank a good song, and immediately it just wiped away my anxiety, lifted my mood, and I feel much more present and feel like I can really show up to make this video in the best way possible. The reason why this happens is because rebounding triggers the release of endorphins. And these are hormones that produce a sense of well-being and lower your stress. And when you're on the rebounder, you have to be really present and it almost forces you into this meditative state because if you're not focused on what what you're doing, then you're probably going to fall off and you're going to hurt yourself. So you can't worry about the past. You can't worry about the future. You're just right in this moment, focus on bouncing. And I dare you to try to have a bad time while you're listening to a good song and bouncing on the rebounder. It's pretty challenging. I find that this is one of the fastest ways to shift you into a better state quickly. Something else I love about rebounding is this morning I woke up and I was super sore from a workout that I did yesterday. I definitely need more of an active recovery day, and I use rebounding as a tool for active recovery because it's a low impact way to get some movement in. It also moves that lymphatic system, helps clear out some of that soreness a lot faster. And the rhythmic motion of bouncing helps relax the muscles, reduce tension, and speed the recovery process up. Especially when you're doing more of a gentle bounce, it can help reduce that muscle soreness and stiffness. And you're able to get that extra circulation without adding more stress. Let's talk about why I will never stop bouncing, and you probably won't either once you're done with this video. Just like red light therapy, this is one of those things where you don't need a lot of time. It's like 5 to 10, maybe 15 minutes. You could see drastic improvements in your energy and your mood and your sense of well-being. It's just so easy to get on in between calls or when I'm bored or on one of these days where I need an active recovery day to just get some bouncing in my downtime. And I actually think tools like these are really crucial for people who are working at home, whether you're an entrepreneur or you're remote. It's just something to keep you stimulated, keep the blood flowing, keep the circulation going, and get you through your day, especially when you don't have a lot of time. And if it's hot AF, like it is here in Austin, then I don't want to go outside and go for a long walk because I'm going to be drenched in sweat and overheated by the time I get back. Or if it's cold and there's snow on the ground and you want to get some exercise in, but you don't want to go into the element, then, you can just bounce comfortably in your living room. And to be quite frank, I do a lot of things for my health. None of them are as delightful and fun as bouncing on the rebounder. Every time I get on the rebounder, it lifts my mood and it brings a sense of play into my life, which I think is often really missing, and it probably is for you too. And I don't have any pain bouncing on the Bellicon, and I enjoy the whole process. And if for whatever reason I don't have time to make it to the gym, then I'll just do a longer session on the rebounder, like a 20 or 30 or 45-minute session. And that way I can still get in a really, really solid workout because it is a workout. It's just an easy thing to build a habit around. Like you can anchor it to other things during your day. And I made this video about this guy named Dave Pascoe who's aging backwards and he's doing all this crazy longevity stuff. And I'll link it up here if you want to go watch it afterwards. And I picked up this idea from him, which is he leaves workout gear all around his house and he uses it as a cue to trigger him to say, oh, let me just get a little bit of movement in here. Let me get a little bit of movement in there. And he's sporadically getting in more exercise throughout his day because he has these tools like the rebounder just kind of lying around. And by nature of that, it makes him move more, which will eventually help him live a much longer life. It's kind of like a little bonus exercise that you can get in your day. It's simple, it's powerful, and it puts a smile on your face. So if NASA said that this was the most beneficial exercise that their astronauts could do when they came back from space, there must be something here, right? So if I've got you intrigued and you're interested in getting a rebounder, then definitely go check out this completely overkill comparison video that I did comparing all the best rebounders at different price points. Go watch that video right now and I'll see you in the next one. Take care and be well.